Welcome, guys. This is a recap of the current champions versus the incoming champions. The game that was supposed to decide who was going to win the league. And it's decided who was going to win the league.
And a madman doesn't know when he's mad.
So, guys, this is Manchester City versus Arsenal recap. What did Arsenal do good? What did Mancity do good? How did Mancity find a way to get past Arsenal, and how did Arsenal lose their first game in the Emirates this season? So, guys, we have two City fans, and then the Gunners here, the big team. Should have worn my red jersey, but anyway, my name is Calvin, the biggest Arsenal fan in the universe.
Well, just one question. You see, Arsenal were telling us it's lonely at the top. Eh? How is it going at the moment? So, guys, I'm Danzuki.
Finish.
No. We're doing the intro.
Kuna kitu moja umesema and imeni irritate, imeni arc. We're the champions, yes, but we're still the incoming champions. I don't like people when they're deluded. When they're deluded, we have to come and give them a 3-1 dose. 3 times once.
I think
I'm Mr. City, and I'm here to show you that we are the greatest.
So, what I want us to do, we are going to take this analysis by, I think, step by step. Yeah. Let's talk about maybe the first half. Before the goal, after the goal, before the City goal, after the goal, who are the better performers in the first half? I'll go first. I think that first half, City were rattled. I think the crowd and the way we played City, we got into City's head. City were wasting time. We had Ederson, who was confused on where to play. Our press was on point. City were unable to play out of our press. City, when they had the ball, could not keep it for 5 minutes like they are used to. We actually were the better team. We had 15 players on that pitch. We had the 11 players on the pitch. We had Arteta on the sideline, and we had the fans. The fans were massive on that game. I think the first half we were great, and then I don't know the pressure or something got to Tomiyasu because he was brought in to actually offer solidity now that Jorginho is playing and is not as good in covering large spaces, and I think also because of how good Grealish is. So Tomiyasu, and then Tomiyasu makes a mistake that, as Arteta said, he has never seen him put such a bad pass in over 7 years of him playing.
Who's rattled now?
So I think maybe the pressure or something got to him. But anyway, I need to commend KDB because, man, what a finish. That's a finish worth of winning a league. I think that's a finish worth winning a league. I think that's a finish that could warrant winning any game. Because Ramsdale was caught in no man's land. KDB did not even look. It was a first time. Man, I can't even explain how that goal went in. And then he went to celebrate like the disrespect to that guy. Anyway, I think it went against the run of play, and then KDB scored. I think. What do you think? Just before the game, who were the better players?
I think in the first half, as you can see, I think City was under pressure, especially from the fans, and we saw that from Ederson getting a yellow card for time wasting. Again, I think the pressure making him conceding a penalty.
You had all your I'm gonna give you you know there's two sides of a coin. So where you see these heads, I'm gonna show you how this other side it's tails. But carry on.
Now, so one thing I mentioned in the previous episode is I mentioned something about Arsenal's defense and them being able to contain our attackers. The position where KDB was to get that strike in from Tomiyasu's mistake, any City attack, even Haaland in the same position, that's a goal. And you could see even from Arteta's selection of his defenders, he knew there's something that's lacking in this defense. He needed to do some changes, and well, we can say Tomiyasu tried because if Ben White was the one playing, probably I think Jack would have gotten a very clear path there, and then he'll be running and creating more chances. Again, are we talking about the first half or
just before the goal? Not the whole first half, until the goal.
Again, I remember immediately after the goal, the KDB's goal, Tomiyasu got a very good chance to equalize. Actually, the ball was cutting. He just had to place it.
I think he got almost the same chance. I think it was a left-footed volley, and then he was open, and then he just had to put it on target and just lower, just a little bit lower, and it would have been a great chance.
Again, I think this game also makes us doubt, not really doubt, but questions ourselves about Nketiah's ability as a striker. I think he had very good chances. He got a very good cross from Zinchenko.
Just before your goal.
Nketiah is a flat track bully. Scores against small teams like Manu, like I don't know these other ones. You know them. Yeah.
Yeah. So again, I agree. Maybe during the first half, Arsenal were almost getting it right, but again, it just happened how it happened. I think City were more clinical. We got our goal. Then maybe before we talk about the winning half.
First half, as much as you want to say Arsenal were dominating and everything, you have to look at the other aspects of the game. Yes, they had the possession and what, but how many times did they manage to penetrate? Their shots weren't on target. They were wayward. They were southward. You have to play well, yes. Brighton outplayed us. We still beat them 3-1. When you're a champion like I am, and I stress, when you're a champion like we are, you have to, it's called gameplay management. Arteta is learning now this in the streets. And this is what we did. So, of course, we're away. The atmosphere has to be electric. You're going for your first title in 19 years.
So 14 years.
19.
Oh, 19 years, yeah. It's the 14th title.
19 years ago, I could have been a father and my son would be like, Dad, did Arsenal really win the league? So, the game was open, and that's how City love to do. Because when the game is open, you are the ones who are going to make the mistake more than us.
Okay.
And that's what happened to Tomiyasu. Round 1. Tutaongea round 2 pia. So Tomiyasu, in his thinking he can play out, we all saw what KDB magic is KDB magic. No look shot goal, whatever you want to call it. And then from there, I think that kind of galvanized the crowd. So I'm going to lead into the second half and then we go back.
No, I just want to, we were supposed to do until the goal, and then now we talk about, because Arsenal scored after. So I wanted us to do up to that goal, and I've talked up to the KDB goal. But then after the KDB goal, things started to change, because I think after the KDB goal, we had the Tomiyasu chance. We had the Saka chance where he received a some pass, and then I don't know what, he delayed the pass and he did not get. Before we talk, I actually...
Well, the other thing we could talk about, City defenders.
Okay, we'll talk about City defenders, but there's something that I need first of all to address. People say that City were managing the game or whatever you like to say. But no. What I'll say is you are not managing, we just were the better team. Why? We know who Pep is. Pep is a coach who wants possession.
We know who Arteta is.
No, you wait. It's my time. Calm down, sit down. You won. Give me a chance to defend the team.
No.
So, but yeah, so I think Pep wants the possession. I think it was evident with his lineup. He wanted the ball. He wanted as many players who could be able to affect the game in a possession-based way.
You're wrong.
No.
Sides of a coin.
It's okay. You'll give your points.
Overload the midfield so that we do not counter-attacks. And that comes at a cost of us having possession.
Okay.
Two sides of the coin.
Two sides of the coin. Arguable, you could say that. But I could also argue by doing that, he put Bernardo Silva against Saka. And we could saw how Saka was dominating Bernardo Silva. It was too bad for Bernardo Silva. And I think that's why I say maybe he thought that he will be able to get chances and possession. Something else I will say about Arsenal, I think the tactic to play man-to-man actually helped Arsenal rather than try and cover space and do whatever. The man-to-man press was the thing that helped us at least get a little bit better than you. And something else, I think in that first half, I cannot think of any chance that City had. Maybe a chance I could say. They got a shot away. Unless we made a mistake, the one mistake and they punished us. So I don't think really they dominated us. I want to finish until the Arsenal and the end of the first half. Something else we can talk about, maybe the chance that led to the goal. It was a good pattern of play. Nketiah, and then he shot, and then he was fouled.
Do you think
it was a penalty? Exactly. That is what I wanted to start with. Was it a penalty? Was it not?
I know it's biased.
What I'll say is, first of all, I don't like such penalties being given, but according to the rule, it's a penalty. We saw it in the whole World Cup being given. In the World Cup, we saw the Polish goalkeeper. He was trying to clear the ball, didn't get the ball, got the man. Was given a penalty. It's not about his
rules are different
no,
from the World
it's
Cup and
the
other
rules. It's the rules. The rules were applied. That's why you cannot reply. I have not refused. There is
always a VAR.
I have not refused.
Don't even.
No. But at the end of the day, no.
Too loud enough.
It's okay. What I'll say is this: at the end of the day, it's a rule. That is why even if you try and complain, just because it's not been applied every time. As there was a commentator, and I don't know if you watched Damot Gallagher.
Before
No.
the ball or after he had kicked the ball? That is the question.
It was after the kick. Listen to Damot Gallagher when he was talking about the penalty. He said, at first instance, he did not really think. No.
Webb is going to come out and apologize to us.
We'll wait and see if he's going to apologize. He should have apologized if it was not. And VAR would have.
4 days kabla apologize.
No problem. We are going to talk about it in the next episode if it's going to be apologized. But what I'll say is this: it is a penalty according to the rules. Once you collide, and then Damot Gallagher said, one, if it is Walker who did that challenge, it's a penalty. Why should the goalkeeper be exempted? He was not coming for the ball with his hands. He got the man. He was coming to try, and he was like this. Literally, Ederson came and he crashed with his thighs. He beat Nketiah with his thighs.
He's done. Let him finish.
It is a penalty. I think it is a penalty. The rules.
Someone when they're mourning.
I think it is a penalty. And then you tried those theatrics of yours, but Saka is the man. So Saka put it away. And I think though after we scored, I don't know what happened. We went a little back to our shell. It was a few minutes to halftime, but I think we should have done more after your goal and before ours. We had chances and we could have dominated and tried to get at least another goal, but we didn't. We only got the penalty and the goal. And I think it was a decent half from Arsenal. And I think Arsenal were the better team in that first half.
I still talk some more. You need it.
No.
Second half is you are going to talk second half a lot. It's first half.
I've said my heart.
Well, I think it's only fair we go to the second half.
Penalty.
No.
Penalty.
We talk about was it a penalty, was it not, and the performance after your goal. You didn't keep the ball as you should have.
F the performance.
Okay.
People under 18.
So,
the penalty, no penalty. You can be biased if you want.
If I'm thinking as a City fan, it's not a penalty. But now, looking at how these guys made the decision, they are saying the reason they gave a penalty is Ederson went in as a defender more than a goalkeeper. So like, there's this gesture they were showing him taking off his hands, and it's like he's coming with the body, and that's how they awarded the penalty. But again, for me, I think the penalty discussion is not really important because it didn't influence the game in any way. So again, Arsenal could.
It's the only strong point.
Then Arsenal was to get a goal, so that's the goal they were to get.
First of all, Arteta has beaten every team in the Premier League bar one. I'll start from there. Then I'll go. No penalty in my opinion, because these are those penalties when you look, some referees made wave play on, na VAR won't bother. At the same time, a referee will be like, play on and VAR won't bother. So this, on my honest opinion, without the City bias, was a 50-50 chance. And the only reason I believe we got it is because of what happened to Brentford.
Yeah, they're being compensated.
Yes, and the way Arteta ranted, we want 2 points. We want 2 points. Sorry, it's not 2. That's when I knew. That is when I knew Arsenal has cracked. That is when I knew I'm gonna beat them, and that is how I know today Aston Villa is going to be good evening. But moving on, that was a 50-50 issue. How we played that first half, I believe. This is something that Pep has been trying to initiate, trying to play with a solid defense of 3. And I believe it only works if John Stones is there.
Akanji.
Not even Akanji. John Stones, Diaz, and Ake. Akanji is just feeling because John Stone is always injury prone. The only reason we went and bought him when we had the whole array of defenders is because John Stones and Aymeric Laporte are always injury prone. The only bonus we've had this season is Nathan fucking Ake. Where have you been? Utablip your part. Where have you been, my dreaded ninja? I salute you. Amepeleka Cancelo Bayern. So, first half was rubbish because we were trying Apparently, there's a new position, attacking defender midfielder. Now you know who I'm talking about. He played left back and midfield and attacking right.
You could also have played goalkeeper, but
Hapo to height, he's vertically challenged. Kufika top post like Ederson made. Ederson ushika post na mguu. I'll show you some of those training clips. And I know and I ting, and like yendo mtomba kuchapa corners curve.
Until Mengia.
From corner paka ndani ameshinda kina Haaland na KDB. Ederson is a beast with his left foot. So that was the first half. Well played, but City being City. Pep talked half time. See, even Haaland talked about it. Whenever we're struggling, the only place hata tukistruggle aje tunashindanga Pep talk half time.
Tottenham Stadium.
Thank you. Nimeshinda kuisema inani stress. But yeah, so you want to begin second half?
No.
Let me carry on, then I finish with the narration. I promised you I'll be polite, so I'm going to be polite as well. But I just needed you to put some respect to this name called champions. We did what we do with 36.4% of possession. It might look like we're struggling. But who had the most shots on goal? Who had the more chances on the attack?
I think we actually had the more chances.
Bro,
okay, the second half.
You have your phone there.
Second half, though.
No, full game statistics. Look at those statistics. Then you read them out loud. Then I'll repeat them. You might have gotten the possession, but let's go to the rest.
Actually, let me read the statistics.
Susome narudia.
Okay. Possession, we all know the possession. Goal attempts. Arsenal had 10 to Manchester City's 9. On goal, you had 6 attempts.
On target.
On target.
Acha an attempt hata Ederson anaweza shoot nani ashike, that's an attempt. Don't count those, man. On target.
On target you had 6, we had 1. And we had 4 off target, 1. And then the other thing, okay, maybe I can talk about the dangerous attacks. We had more, 47, you had 27. But the attacks, we were almost same. You had 92, we had 89.
And yet you had how many possession?
We had 64.
Yes. So you had the possession, but all the other elements of the game, we were close by. And you have to consider we are at a very, very threatening... Do you know this is the only first loss of the stadium? Put some respect to the champions.
Anyway, so I think second half was the half that really showed us who are more this name Emmanuel was using, can't remember the name. Anyway,
it will come.
Yeah, so it shows who are more hungry for the title. And I mentioned this even in previous episodes, that are Arsenal ready for the chase? Because I've been there, I've chased several titles, I've won them. Arsenal, this is probably their first one. Do they have what it takes?
I told them ask Liverpool and United.
Exactly, yeah. We've been in this race before. We know what to do when it comes.
The only time we lost out to this race was when Conte had Chelsea and Diego Costa and Eden Hazard.
Yeah. So again, the second half, I think we capitalized on another mistake from Arsenal, especially for the Grealish goal.
Just Tomiyasu.
Gabriel.
The deflection
from the Grealish goal.
I cannot
something
I
happened.
Gabriel, because Gabriel is the one who got us into he lost the possession to put us in that position. I cannot really blame the
you can't blame Nani. So we're blaming the guy who lost possession.
Without that deflection,
Ramsdale probably gets a hand.
But again, look at how City compose themselves in such a position and
actually,
create the most out of that chance.
I think Gundogan did the best. Actually, Gundogan is the one who killed us with the second and third goal. Because for that goal, his drive
to KDB then.
The drive. Actually, it was the drive that was not even the pass. The drive. He got the ball. Most people, Xhaka in probably that position passes or does something stupid. But then Gundogan was like, nah, I see space. Drive to space, wait for KDB to make that run. And then it's over for us.
Case, then give Bernardo credit for the Grealish goal, because he's the one who made that drive.
Yeah, no problem.
But
Haaland.
But let me tell you guys
Haaland
now.
to Gundo one touch Grealish.
So here's the thing.
Gundogan that touch.
So here's the thing. So look at how City were composed and having that patience to getting that goal. Because me, honestly, when Haaland got the ball, I was almost seeing him shooting. Then kidogo to Gundo. Then I'm
I was
like,
expecting
will
a Gundo
Gundo
shot,
shoot? Then I'm seeing Gundo placing it. And then you see
like,
from the screen.
It was not on the screen.
Hey, he was not on the screen. Hey,
I'm wondering
what's happening? Then kidogo guys running.
What's that coming over the hill? It's super graylish.
So again, that second goal was beautiful. Then the third goal from Haaland was. I remember watching Haaland talking at full time, saying how they locked eyes with KDB before KDB making that pass, and he knew that this is a goal.
It's coming.
Yeah, so like immediately Gundo passed the ball to KDB. KDB saw where Haaland was, and just one touch assist. Haaland, very good first touch with the left leg, then right leg.
Ramsdale was still waiting to dive to the left side. The left is coming. Umeenda pale.
So I remember seeing it on the screen, like it was Haaland was shooting to an empty net because there was space. There was just a space. Yeah, so another beautiful performance. And I think this is what it takes for champions to win, really, guys.
Something Haaland said after the game, and this should serve as a warning. He called out his teammates who never pass him to him first time. I make the run. I don't know if maybe they don't see me or they think there's another chance of play they can play which is better. I want them to feed me as direct and as fast.
Yeah, so
What happened in the...
okay, I think first of all,
Tell us from the red side view.
from the red side view, first of all,
I know
It's okay.
for the red side view, I'll say this. City's
Good.
yeah, for the red side view, I'll say this. City showed why they are the champions. City showed us why they have won 4 in 5, and I
6 in 5. 6 in
no 4 in 5.
5 in 6.
4 in 5. Yeah, so
5 in 6. Come
okay, so
manifest.
I'll say City showed why they're the champions. And as Grealish said, in order for you to win titles, you need to come to grounds like the Emirates. Even if you're not at your best, you need to actually get the goals and get the job done. City got the job done. City did not play their best game of the season. City struggled probably. But at the end of the day...
We labored, we didn't struggle. There's a difference.
Okay, Sawa, you labored, whatever you want to call it. But at the end of the day, City got the goal. City showed why they were more composed. Even after they went 3-1 up, that is when I knew we were never going to come back, because when I knew City will do anything to keep with the ball. Yeah.
Champions, please. Before the show, I said it, please.
This is going to be a very long one.
Yes,
But anyway, okay, and
it is what it is.
but I think if something that Arsenal should learn from this game is one: if you want to be champions, you don't just need to play good. You need to take your chances. You need to win the games. You need to be streetwise, because City was streetwise. They were like, these guys are playing really good.
Maybe
So
you need rotation. Maybe.
okay. Let me first finish analyzing and then talk about what we could have done better.
Zinchenko looked beat, in my opinion.
Okay, let me.
Any muscular injury, why? Jamecheza games out, and it's not used to being that. We all know Partey's injury.
Okay, what I'll say, let me talk about the second half. I think the second half we started really bad. I think the players got into the second half and then the pressure got to them. They were like, and then also think Pep was smart. He adjusted. He decided we'll be more aggressive in the press, but put one more man back. So we have 4 defending in the last line, but their press is more aggressive. And I think that actually confused our players and the pressure got to them. And we made some silly.
Akanji came in because also that.
Yeah.
How not only.
But I think Akanji was after the goal, the Grealish goal. Yeah, but before that, I think we started the half.
Akanji came in before the.
He came in
after
after.
the 61st minute.
It was not immediately after the Grealish goal.
Grealish was hooked off after an hour.
Okay.
Then Akanji came in, and that's when we now started pressing, and that's how we got our goal.
Yeah, but okay, I'll say Pep. That's why Pep is Pep. That's why I put respect in Pep's name. Because Pep
means a lot. It means a lot coming from you.
Okay, what I'll say about Pep is this: it takes a great manager. So for the only people who can be able to beat you or rival you are your students, because let's be real. Arteta, Ten Hag are Pep students. Klopp is the only one who is able to rival Pep and not being a student, but he's still unable to maintain the same level for many years.
Pep had to go to Germany to learn Klopp's way and come back and now deal with him.
Yeah, I think Pep. Man, I hate being in a title race with Pep. Let me be honest.
Since Germany,
and the Klopp has only won twice.
3 plus 7.
And Klopp has only won twice.
Once.
The Germany he won one.
No Bundesliga did Klopp win under.
He didn't.
Pep was there for 3 years.
He won one.
He did one.
He won, and after
he won before Pep came. When Pep came, Pep for 3 years won the league 3 times without a Champions League. Then he bailed. Klopp had to move out because it was like Man is taking everyone. He came here. We still deal until the COVID came. I'll repeat because it's so sweet to repeat. Klopp only once has managed to finish in a season above Pep whenever they've met. In Germany, it was 3 times. Klopp failed miserably. His 7th season curse came at Pep's 3rd season. Then he left
to the City game. So yeah,
Champions game.
Freaking hell. Okay.
That name is City. It only belongs to one. City belongs to many people. This a City.
I can't wait for the season to
Birmingham
end. When
City.
Arsenal lifts that title, I will have my fun. I
your
will
dreams and
freaking
the
have my fun.
PlayStation 5.
Anyway, I think City showed why they were the champions. Pep was Pep.
Showed why they're the champions.
Pep was Pep. He changed things, and then you were good, and then we were unable to control the game. We were unable to manage. We didn't know how to relax and have some pause. We were playing too many vertical passes, and we actually wasted a few chances of our in the second half. Xhaka had a chance. He could have passed to Martinelli or had a shot himself, but then he tried to fake it and then tried to run past Diaz and really stupid. And there was another chance where we had, I think it was Xhaka running. We had a very beautiful bit of play, and then Xhaka missed to pass to Nketiah. He overhit a pass.
No, Ruben Diaz kicked it.
No. That is one. That one we're done with that one. Yeah, we are talking about the other one where Xhaka put a long pass to Nketiah.
Was it Xhaka or was it Jorginho?
It was Xhaka. There was also a Jorginho one where it was Odegaard. Odegaard passed and then Jorginho saw him, but he overhit against the pass.
Odegaard, whatever. That one. Your captain. What happened to that debate?
Which debate?
I like that.
They used to put some disrespect on
I've never. No, me. First of all,
I don't remember the debate. I didn't like that. Moving on swiftly.
Anyway, at the end of the day, okay, first of all, City are composed, man, because that Haaland goal. First of all, I love the touch more than the finish, because after that he was passed and then
left-footed.
He literally put it on a plate for his right. It was like that, and then I was like, okay, man.
FPL to say they should bring in self-assist.
Because man, that touch took away everyone else.
Then you take the penalty, they don't give you an assist. Ever noticed that?
Yeah.
So they should give you that self-assist where you even passed yourself and.
So I think that one was okay. It happened, and then man, those guys are composed, and Haaland did what Haaland does, and then Grealish goal. That Grealish goal was good. I think could have Arsenal done better, maybe on another day won, maybe. But then at the end of the day, City won. I cannot take it away from City. City took their chances.
Said if Jesus was there.
I will not say if Jesus was there.
Partey was there. I've had that, but ifs and maybes don't count.
Actually, I will say we actually, maybe we would have played a little bit better, but I don't think that game it was up to Jesus or Partey. I think it was more about our defensive line and how composed they were. I think Jesus being there maybe helped a little bit, but I still think maybe we would have that game, as in City was just the better team. I can't dispute that, as in.
I think Arsenal need a proper left back and a proper right back.
I think that's a debate we should have. Actually, I think let me say this. No.
Kyle Walker.
No.
And,
I'll say this. No. Actually, I don't think we need other fullbacks. I actually think we need.
You can't always play
No. I think we need interiors who are better at receiving the ball in the half spaces and doing something better with it. I think Xhaka actually limits our play because there are many games, even this one, where Zinchenko can find him with the ball, but then he's unable to turn or do something better or of it. Bernardo. Actually, I think we need a Gundogan more.
Vieira is there.
Vieira is there, but Vieira is more of a KDB in my opinion rather than a Bernardo.
Watch his gameplay from spotting.
I've watched. That's what I'm saying. The reason I'm saying is more of that he has the shots, like he has the shooting of a KDB where he creates something from nothing. He's not more of the control type of player. He's more of, if you watched most of his games, he's more of like the pass. Where's the pass fast rather than let me turn and see where I'm going to pass. And I think we need a Gundogan. I think we need more of a Gundogan rather than anything else. Because that game, man, Gundogan was killing us.
His contract is ending at the
but he's going to Barcelona. This Barcelona need to be banned. But
bro,
man,
no. We don't sell our captains until they expire. Or they want out. That's the only option.
He wants out.
Silva was opted, but he wanted out. He wanted to go to Spain.
Yeah.
Fernandinho was opted, but he wanted to go back to Belgium.
Yeah, I agree. But
Company was opted, but he wanted to go back to Belgium. So we never chase our captains until they opt out. And he stated he wants to stay in City. So
maybe the contract. Okay, so yeah, as I was saying, do we need
address the rumors about his agent being spotted at Barcelona? His agent, who is his uncle, is also the agent of Andreas Christensen, and he wanted to do a checkup.
Okay.
Just so you know, to put some
doubt into the mouth. Okay. So what I'll say is, do we need other fullbacks? I don't think. I think maybe. I don't think we need to change on the Zinchenko front. I think the Zinchenko tyranny is good, but then if we need to upgrade, we might probably because I love tyranny, but I think if
he's not Champions League material.
He's good, but he's too limited. He's more of a fullback type of running cross and defend for his life. And now the way teams need to play, you need to be comfortable going to the midfield, and that's why I think. Do we need other midfielders? Yes. Not midfielders, fullbacks. Yeah, yes, we do. But
so you know he's not prolific just to stay.
Yeah, that's why actually
get to 20 goals a season.
I agree. But what do I think? Where should we upgrade? I think keep Jesus upgrade on the left wing. Get somebody who can score from the wings. Get me Rafael Leao. Get me somebody who can actually kill people on the wing. Yeah, get me that guy from Napoli, man. Those Napoli guys. Get me that. Yeah, that's why I think we needed Mudryk, because Mudryk is somebody who can score from that left side.
Or Joao Felix.
Joao Felix would have probably played. Okay, even that he could play left. He can play false 9.
He can play that front.
Yeah, he can play even the 10. He can play anywhere there front. Yeah. So yeah, I think upgrade the right back. I think Walker. As much as White is good, sorry to say Walker. As much as White is good,
you know Walker is the best, so it's allowed to say Walker. Hands down.
So anything else to say from that game, guys, or we wrap it up at there?
We are the champions. We are the champions. Let me say something. We are the champions. The champions. The champions of England.
All right. 1-1.
It's a good thing he sang that song for the last time. This season, it's gone. Guys, that's the analysis for the City Arsenal game. Tell us yours. Why do you think Arsenal should have done better? And could they have won maybe if Jesus or Partey was in? So, yeah, that's our analysis. What's yours? Tell us in the comments. Subscribe to our channel and follow us on socials. The Ball Pod, everywhere. Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, anywhere, everywhere. We are there. So, next episode. Exactly, and we also have a link.
Fire.
We actually need more Man United fans. We need more Man United fans. So we'll put a link. Join the link. Let's talk. So guys, that's all from us. Have a very nice afternoon.
Cheers.